$20 a month gets you 2 CPUs. I usually go with the $10 a month plan. You know, you still get an SSD, 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is plenty.
This is all shared, right?
So this is it's not shared hosting. It's a virtual private host, so it might be running on the same physical machine.
So you have some that it's virtual, but your droplet is your own.
Right, yeah.
You get your own dedicated
virtual
memory.
CPU, which is basically as good as an actual CPU.
I'm saying your own dedicated memory. It's like you have like a little computer within a computer, kind of.
Yeah. When it comes to worrying about a noisy neighbor, the only the only resource that you have to worry about there is with your the hard drive. I believe, from my
But
understanding.
when something's coming along with the DDoS attack, it's impacting you.
Yeah, they can.
It's doing a lot of
Yeah.
I/O on the hard drive, but you get your own IP
Choke the
address.
cable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can turn on backups. It adds 20% a month to your plan, so $12 a month. But they give you get 1 backup a week, and they do it automatically. And at any point in time, you can actually spin up a new server instance based off of any of your backups. So that's really nice when you want to set up a test environment.
Sure.
Say spin up a new server using my production server's backup from last week, or earlier this week. That's instant. So
So how many installs do they allow for that?
So how many WordPress sites can you put on it? Because it's your own Linux host, you can put as many on there as you want. I've put up to 20 on a single $20 a month box and had no problems with that. So it was like $1 a month per site. It was all for the same customer. He was fine with that. I was trying to cut corners or anything. But because not every site was getting hit at once, it was actually really performant, really fast. And it's all, you can do Apache or you can do Nginx. So however you prefer to do your web server there.
What's your experience with Nginx?
I haven't used it myself.
Anybody here?
Yeah. I have a bit. I'm more familiar with Apache, but I've used Nginx. It's very fast. They use it a lot for load balancing.
So they've got a WordPress image.
They do.
Yeah.
Right here.
I
They
was,
also
I was
have-
looking for one, image, but yeah, they've got it all the way down.
If you want to do Nginx, you can do a limp, which is Linux Nginx, MySQL, PHP, and install install WordPress yourself. But
I keep forgetting they have
lot.
GitLab too. That is really cool.
Yeah.
I need to remember that.
So GitLab, that's a free source control repository. So for $5 a month, you can have your source control repository here with weekly backups. So yeah, you just tell it what you want to do. One-click installs for these apps.
Can you buy, instead of having to do it at a monthly, hey Seth, instead of doing it monthly, can you do like annual?
Initially.
There's that. Yeah.
I don't think they give you any discounts for annual, but
I use Bitbucket myself.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want to run the servers. I'm lazy.
let's say you want to create 3 separate WordPress sites here. Just tell it to create 3 of them, and it's going to start creating them for you. And they all get their own IP address, so that you can just register your DNS against them. If you register the DNS for multiple sites to a single IP address, then you just configure Apache to look at the HTTP header and direct the request to the right folder, basically, for the right site. But I really like the backups for these guys, for this stuff. Let's say,
So is it all on the same SAN, your backups?
I'm not sure.
I'd look into that.
Yeah, I would hope not. And you would hope that they would have some, triple redundancy there.
What we've done is we have run our own VPN, but VPS, I'm sorry, server, but we run a little cron job and we shell out to S3
Oh, sure.
every night.
I used to do that with rsync. But
It's
yeah.
and then we download everything locally once a week, but I'm able to sleep at night because I'm not worried about, like, if they get attacked, you know, and everything goes down, you know, I believe you gotta have backup in the third
You know,
party.
they'll have geo redundancy and stuff.
Yeah,
too, so.
If you've ever lost any data, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Blog Vault? I just recently started
What's it called?
blogvault.net. It's like $9 a month for one site, and then it goes up from there. But they have, they'll run backups and store them on, I think they're using AWS for it. But their backups are incremental, so they're only backing up changed files. So the backups end up being really small, and it'll run daily, on demand. You can download a backup anytime you want. So like I added that as like, I think that's like my triple redundancy now for backups. It's really slick. It's nice. It's very hands-off. There's nothing to configure. And my favorite part, like you'll always hear like sysadmins and people like that say your backups are only good if they actually work.
Right.
Blog Vault has the ability to do a test restore. It'll actually restore the backup to their development environment, and then you can actually log on and look at the site and be like, oh yeah, okay, it's working. So I was like, phew, okay, less thing to worry about. That's pretty cool.
So you can kind of do the same thing here. So you can say, let's see. So you can take any one of these backups and then just create a new droplet from it. And a droplet is basically your virtual private server. And test it that way. And it's pretty quick to spin that out.
So you could establish an image that you want to replicate numerous times as your starting point and put it as, store it as a droplet.
And that's exactly what I did when I
Store it as a backup.
created the test and production environment here. I just set one up.
Yeah.
Then I backed it up or created a snapshot because they have backups, but you can also create snapshots. So if you're going to do a risky operation